You've been treating their messages like encrypted files that need decoding, analyzing response times, consulting friends about what a specific emoji means at 11:30 on a Tuesday, lying awake building 17 different interpretations of a 2-word reply, running the same conversation through your head until it stops making sense entirely. And the entire time, the person on the other end knew exactly what they wanted. They just never said it. And neither did you. At Gravity of Attraction, we've watched this cost people months, years, versions of themselves they'll never get back. And it ends with one concept that's quietly changing how the sharpest people are approaching dating right now. It's called clear coding, and once you understand it, you'll never be able to unsee what you've been doing instead. There's a concept spreading through modern dating that is pulling people out of situationships, out of undefined arrangements nobody actually agreed to, out of the specific misery of almost, and it's doing it faster than anything else currently being discussed. It's called clear coding. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what it is, why it works, and why the people most resistant to it are precisely the ones who need it most. What clear coding actually is. The term comes from software development. Clean code is precise, readable. It does exactly what it says it does. No hidden functions, no behavior buried 3 layers deep that contradicts what's visible on the surface. What you see is what you get, and the system runs well because of it. Clear coding in dating applies the same logic to human intention. It means entering every dating situation from the first message forward with your actual intentions visible, not performing mystery, not managing the reveal across 6 weeks of carefully maintained ambiguity, not playing it cool while privately hoping the other person breaks first. Just stating, clearly and without apology, what you're looking for and what you're not. That's the complete concept. And if it sounds straightforward, it is. The reason it isn't common practice has nothing to do with complexity. It has everything to do with fear. The fear running your love life without your permission. The fear that honesty about what you want will push people away. That leading with real intention, whether that's something serious, something casual, or something still being figured out, signals desperation. That the sophisticated move is vagueness. Keep them uncertain. Let things develop while carefully never saying anything that could be held against you. That strategy has a name, playing it cool, and it's directly responsible for the situationship epidemic. Here's what playing it cool actually produces. 2 people inside the same dynamic, both performing indifference they don't feel, both waiting for the other to move first, both quietly developing real feelings inside a structure that was never designed to hold them. Because nobody ever agreed on what the structure was. Then 6 months later, one person is devastated and the other is genuinely confused about why, because they were never on the same page. Because the page was deliberately kept blank. Clear coding burns the blank page from the start. What it actually looks like in practice. This is where most people misunderstand the concept. Clear coding isn't announcing your 5-year plan over appetizers. It isn't a monologue about attachment theory on a first date. It isn't a list of requirements delivered before someone has decided whether they enjoy your company. It's one honest sentence at the right moment. It sounds like, I'm at a point where I'm looking for something real. I'm not interested in anything undefined. It sounds like, I genuinely enjoy spending time with you, and I want to know if we're heading somewhere. It sounds like, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, and I think you should know that before this goes further. One sentence, delivered without anxiety, without apology, without softening it into something that no longer means anything. That sentence does something months of decoding never could. It forces a real response. And a real response, whatever it is, gives you something to actually work with. Same page or different page. Worth your time or not worth your time? Yes or no? Tinder's own data found that 64% of young singles say dating urgently needs more emotional honesty, and 60% are actively craving clearer communication about intentions. The appetite for this isn't niche. It's a majority, which means most of the people you're dating are just as exhausted by the ambiguity as you are. They're simply waiting for someone to go first. Be the person who goes first. The brutal part. Here's what Gravity of Attraction exists to say directly. The ambiguity you've been living in was not accidental. When someone holds you in an undefined situation for months, no label, no direction, no movement, that isn't confusion. That's a preference. A person who wants to be with you finds the courage to say so. A person who's uncertain takes steps to become certain. What they don't do is remain comfortably uncertain for months while you quietly reorganize your life around them. Clear coding exposes this immediately. The moment you're honest about what you want, the other person has to respond in kind. They can no longer shelter behind the undefined. They have to show up with their own clarity, or they have to leave. And either outcome, as much as one of them might hurt in the moment, protects you from the situationship, from the arrangement one person never actually agreed to, from the 2 years spent almost being chosen by someone who knew from the beginning they were never going to fully choose you. Almost is the most expensive word in modern dating. Clear coding removes it from the equation entirely. What this means for you. You are not too much for wanting to know where you stand. You are not needy for expecting honesty from someone you're investing time and emotional energy in, and you are not going to scare away the right person by being clear about what you want. The right person will be relieved because they've been waiting for someone to say it first too. Before the next conversation that matters, decide what you actually want from it, not what seems reasonable given where things are, not what you think you should want, what you actually want. Then find one honest sentence that says it and say it, not when it's comfortable, not when you're certain of the response. Now, while there's still time to build something real or walk away with your time and energy intact, clarity is not the risk. Silence is the risk. Silence is where good years go to disappear. At Gravity of Attraction, drop it in the comments. Have you ever finally said what you wanted and discovered the other person had been waiting to hear it the whole time? Or has staying quiet cost you more than speaking up ever could have? Follow Gravity of Attraction. This is what we talk about here.